Jolene MacIntyre vanished from television screens in 2020. Bad Chad Customs ended, and suddenly, the woman who built an empire alongside Chad Hiltz was nowhere to be found. Fans started asking questions. Did they break up? Did the business collapse? What happened to the mastermind behind Discovery Channel's hit show? The answers will shock you. Because Jolene didn't disappear. She didn't fail. What she's doing now is bigger, more profitable, and more successful than anything she accomplished on TV. And the life she's built proves she never needed Discovery Channel in the first place. Bad Chad Customs aired its final episode in October 2020. Then, nothing. No announcement, no cancellation notice, no season 3. The show just stopped existing. Chad claimed in late 2020 that Discovery had signed them for another season, that production was moving forward. But 4 years later, nothing has materialized. Fans were left completely in the dark, wondering what happened to their favorite automotive show and the couple that made it work. The pandemic gets blamed for everything. Production shutdowns, scheduling conflicts, budget cuts. But that's not the complete picture. Plenty of reality shows survived 2020 and came back stronger. Bad Chad Customs didn't. And as months turned into years with no updates from Discovery Channel, fans started speculating. Maybe the network dropped them. Maybe ratings weren't strong enough. Maybe Chad and Jolene walked away from television entirely. The silence was deafening. Jolene, who had been so visible during the show's run, managing everything behind the scenes and occasionally appearing on camera, seemed to vanish completely. Her social media went quiet. No interviews, no public statements about the show's future. People started wondering if something had gone wrong. Did Chad and Jolene break up? Was the business failing? Had they given up on their dreams? But fans who were really paying attention noticed something interesting. While television went silent, their YouTube channel was exploding. Videos kept posting, content kept flowing, and the view counts kept climbing. Something was happening behind the scenes that most people completely missed. While everyone mourned the death of Bad Chad Customs on television, Jolene was quietly building something bigger. The Hiltz Auto Co. YouTube channel didn't just survive the pandemic, it exploded. From a few thousand subscribers when the show ended to over 354,000 by 2024. That's not a failed business. That's a calculated pivot executed perfectly. And the numbers tell an incredible story. Conservative estimates put their YouTube revenue between $50,000 and $100,000 annually, just from ad revenue. That doesn't include merchandise sales, sponsorships, or any other income streams Jolene developed. They went from being dependent on Discovery Channel's production schedule and budget to generating 6 figures independently. Complete creative control. Total ownership of their content. No network executives dictating what they could build or how they could present it. Jolene manages every aspect of this digital operation. The content strategy, the posting schedule, the audience engagement, the merchandise coordination. Chad still posted as recently as August 2024, showing they're actively creating content and growing their platform. This isn't a dying business trying to stay relevant. This is a thriving operation that replaced television entirely. Most reality TV stars fade into obscurity when their shows end. They had their 15 minutes, made some money, then disappeared. Jolene did the exact opposite. She used television as a launching pad, built name recognition and audience trust, then created a sustainable business model that didn't need Discovery Channel at all. While other reality stars begged networks for comebacks, Jolene was building an empire that made television irrelevant. August 12, 2017. That's when Chad Hiltz proposed to Jolene MacIntyre. She said yes. Fans celebrated. Everyone assumed a wedding would follow within a year or two. That was over 7 years ago. They're still engaged, still together, still running Hiltz Auto Co. side by side, but still not married. The internet went wild with speculation. Relationship problems, cold feet, second thoughts, none of that. According to every source from 2023 and 2024, Chad and Jolene are stronger than ever. Living together, working together, building their business together. The relationship isn't the issue. The timing just never worked out. First, the Discovery Channel deal consumed everything. Filming schedules, production demands, building cars on tight deadlines, planning a wedding while managing a television show and running a business? Impossible. Then, the pandemic hit. Everything shut down. By the time life returned to normal, they were so deep into building their digital empire that wedding planning kept getting pushed to the bottom of the priority list. But here's what fans need to understand. Modern couples don't follow traditional timelines anymore. Jolene and Chad have built a multi-million-dollar business together. They own property together. They've created a life that works perfectly for them. A wedding certificate doesn't change their commitment or their partnership. They're focused on building something that lasts, and a piece of paper is less important than the empire they're creating. Sources from late 2024 confirm they're still together, still engaged, and still have no immediate wedding plans. And honestly, they don't need them. Jolene MacIntyre runs Hiltz Auto Co. That's not a title, that's her actual job every single day. While Chad builds cars, Jolene manages literally everything else. The YouTube channel with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, Jolene's Domain, the merchandise website selling branded gear to fans worldwide, Jolene's operation, the social media presence across multiple platforms, Jolene's strategy, the business finances, client communications, content schedules, all Jolene. But she's not just maintaining what they built during the TV years, she's expanding, building an educational platform for car enthusiasts who want to learn Chad's techniques, developing new merchandise lines, creating content strategies that keep their audience engaged and growing. This isn't a woman coasting on past success. This is an entrepreneur actively building multiple revenue streams. Chad builds for himself and Jolene now. That's a massive shift from the TV show, where every build had a client attached. No more deadline pressure from paying customers. No more building cars they didn't care about because production needed content. They create what they want, when they want, and document the process for their audience. That freedom is priceless. Estimates of their combined net worth vary wildly. Some sources say 1 million, others claim closer to 3 million. The truth probably sits somewhere in the middle. But what matters more than the exact number is the trajectory. They're not declining, they're growing. New subscribers every month, increasing merchandise sales, expanding brand recognition. Jolene transformed a canceled reality show into a sustainable, profitable, growing business. That takes serious skill. Here's what most people don't understand about reality television. Networks pay for production, but they own everything. Discovery Channel funded Bad Chad's builds, which sounds generous until you realize they kept the cars. Chad built million-dollar vehicles that Discovery owned. He got paid for his labor. They got the assets. That's not a partnership. That's employment. Jolene saw the problem immediately. She structured a system where Chad could buy back completed cars and resell them through Hiltz Auto Co. for actual profit. But even that had limitations. Discovery controlled filming schedules. Production crews unfamiliar with Nova Scotia needed constant coordination. Creative decisions got vetoed by executives who didn't understand automotive culture. And all that work, all that stress. For what? A paycheck and exposure. The YouTube model changed everything. Hiltz Auto owns their content completely. Every video, every view, every dollar of ad revenue belongs to them. Merchandise sales go directly into their accounts. Sponsorship deals get negotiated on their terms. No network executives, no production crews, no compromise on creative vision. Just Chad building cars, Jolene managing the business, and fans worldwide watching because they genuinely want to, not because a network programming executive scheduled it. The money's better too. Between YouTube ad revenue, merchandise sales, potential sponsorships, and other income streams Jolene developed, they're making more than Discovery ever paid them, with complete control and ownership. That's why TV didn't come back, not because Discovery canceled them, because Jolene found a better model and executed it perfectly. Why would they go back to television when independence pays more? January 2023. Jolene posted a video that revealed everything fans needed to know about their relationship with Discovery Channel. She explained the entire production process, how it actually worked behind the scenes. And once you understand the reality, it's obvious why they never went back to television. Discovery paid for the builds. That sounds great until you realize the network owned every car. Chad would pour weeks or months into creating automotive masterpieces, and Discovery took possession. If Chad wanted to keep or sell those cars, he had to buy them back from the network, with his own money, after already doing all the work. That's not a deal. That's exploitation with extra steps. Then there's production coordination. Discovery sent crews to Nova Scotia who didn't know the area, didn't understand the culture, needed constant hand-holding. Jolene handled all of it: logistics, scheduling, location scouting, local coordination. She became an unpaid production coordinator on top of running the actual business. Exhausting doesn't begin to describe it. And creative control? Forget it. Network executives made final decisions about builds, content, presentation. Chad and Jolene couldn't just create what they wanted. They had to pitch ideas, get approval, compromise on vision. For artists, that's suffocating. Chad's talent was being filtered through committee decisions made by people who'd never touched a wrench. Jolene did the math. Less money, less freedom, more stress, zero ownership, versus complete independence, full creative control, better profit margins, and total ownership of everything they create. The choice was obvious. Discovery Channel didn't lose bad Chad customs. Jolene chose to leave them behind. Jolene isn't done. Not even close. The YouTube empire is just phase one of a much bigger vision. She's mentioned plans to expand beyond digital content. A themed diner has been discussed, a physical merchandise store where fans can visit and buy gear. Hiltz Auto Co. isn't just an online brand anymore. It's becoming a destination. The educational platform she's developing could change everything. Imagine thousands of car enthusiasts paying for access to Chad's techniques, his knowledge, his decades of experience. Online courses, detailed tutorials, exclusive content teaching people how to build like Bad Chad. That's not a one-time revenue stream. That's recurring income from a global audience hungry for automotive knowledge. International brand recognition is already achieved. Fans from around the world follow their content, buy their merchandise, engage with their posts. But Jolene's not satisfied with recognition. She wants multiple six-figure income streams: YouTube revenue, merchandise sales, educational platform subscriptions, potential physical locations, maybe even licensing deals down the road. She's building an empire that generates money from every possible angle. And there's no sign of slowing down. Content keeps posting, subscribers keep growing, the business keeps expanding. Jolene proved you don't need television to build something massive. You need vision, strategy, and relentless execution. She has all three. Bad Chad Customs, the TV show, is dead. Hiltz Auto Co., the brand, is thriving. And Jolene MacIntyre is the architect behind all of it. While fans were asking what happened to her, she was busy building something bigger than television ever offered. So, where is Jolene MacIntyre now? Running a multi-million-dollar automotive brand from Nova Scotia. Still engaged to Chad after 7 years, still building cars, creating content, and growing their empire every single day. She didn't disappear when Bad Chad Customs ended. She evolved beyond television entirely, creating a business model that's more profitable and sustainable than anything Discovery Channel offered. Jolene proved that reality TV success doesn't require staying on reality TV. Sometimes the smartest move is walking away from the network and building something you actually own. And that's exactly what she did.